I realize that's probably not a good thing to say, like, oh yeah, this is my second time. Like, you know, like the second time, if you're a dude and you're fucking, and you're like, oh yeah, I've done this one time before. It's not, you know, the girl's not gonna be like, oh wow, you know, okay. Anyway, while I'm on the subject, I might as well talk about the first time. The first time that I hope nobody gets offended, because I'm gonna talk about fucking. If anybody here doesn't know about fucking, you're about to find out, I guess. Anyway, the first time that I did it, my parents were very insistent, like, you must leave the door cracked with this girl, you know, you can never leave the door open with this girl, and I left the door cracked, and we did all, you know, we made out, and we did other things, but we didn't have sex, we didn't fuck. And then anyway, eventually my mom finally went to sleep, the insomniac that she is like me, she went to sleep, she closed the door, I took this girl, I shouldn't say her name, but it's Victoria Jones. I took this girl, Victoria Jones, up to my bedroom, and we started, you know, trying to fuck. And the first time you fuck is a little different than when later on, you know, because you have, I used the condom my first time, and I was scared. But like, you know, you're using it, and you got the condom on, and it's pitch black in the room. For some reason, she wanted it dark. Probably because she didn't want to see my face, pretend I was someone else. I don't know, that's just what I imagine. Anyway, you know, I'm down there, I got the condom on, and it's just like... That's not it. Oh wait, I think I found it. That's definitely not it. I'm like, alright, well, will you help me with this shit? Because I can't fucking see. Anyway, I end up inside of her vaginal canal with my penis, and we are having sexual intercourse, and it's going great. And because I'm wearing a condom, which ever since then I figured are a myth. But at the time I was using one, and you know, because I was using a condom, I wasn't sure, like, am I fucking her yet? You know, I got the condom going against me, and I'm like against her taint, I guess, you know? I'm like rubbing against it, I'm like, am I fucking? Yeah! Because I feel something, I don't know what pussy feels like yet. Eventually I get in her pussy and we start fucking, and because I have a condom on, I don't come like immediately. Man, I don't come that quickly. But we're fucking for a little while in the pitch black, and then there's, open up! I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck. So I immediately just threw a pair of shorts on. Right? I don't put on any underwear or a shirt or nothing. I just threw on a pair of shorts. And I didn't take the condom off. Alright? And then my parents are in the room. They walked in on me fucking this girl. For the first time that ever fucked anybody, my parents had to walk in and come make sure it really is really happening. And they were like, you, Peirce, come downstairs. We gotta get a cab for you to go home. Peirce, come downstairs. So I go downstairs with them with the condom still on my dick. Alright? I'm wearing shorts. It's not a comfortable situation. When you're 13 years old, you're not fully developed. That's my excuse on the very, very off chance I get laid tonight. Anyway, I'm sitting downstairs, right, and I'm sitting with my parents, and they're scolding me. How did you do this? You know, we told you to leave the door cracked and blah, blah, blah. It's not the most arousing thing in the world. It's not, it doesn't turn you on. So I'm sitting there with the condom on my dick, wearing shorts. I'm sorry if this is graphic, but it's reality. And you know, talking to your parents, like I said, it's not arousing. It'll make you, if you're a 13-year-old guy, your dick will look like a clitoris, basically. And the condom started slipping off. Right? I'm not fucking with you, man. The condom started slipping off while I'm talking to my parents. Like, you know what you did, blah, blah, blah. And eventually my dad actually asked me, Peirce, be honest with me. Just be honest. Did you use a condom? And I'm sitting there with the condom hanging off the head of my dick. And fucking shorts. And I'm just scared it's gonna fall out, you know? And I'm like, guess, Dad, I used a condom. It's like, okay, well, son, I hope you're being honest. Go upstairs and throw it away. I go upstairs. I start walking upstairs. As soon as I get up, the condom, because I'm underdeveloped at that age, the condom slips off the head of my dick and lands. I'm not fucking with you. Lands in my pants, which are shorts. All right, they're fucking shorts, people. And my parents are there, and I was just fucking with this thing. And I'm walking up the stairs, and I'm about to get to the stairs. I'm like, oh, I'm almost home free. As long as I get to the stairs, they won't know. And my dad's like, why are you walking so funny? And I wanted to say something about anal sex, but before I could say anything, it fell. It fell on my pants. You know what it's like to have to clean up your shame off the floor?
You were ashamed.
So you know what? I was proud of myself. How much time do I have left? How long can I do this? Because I can do this all night. How much time do you have?
Enough time. You
I
got
have enough time. All right. Well, all right. I want to let you guys know I am extremely mentally ill. No, I am. You can laugh at that if you want. It's funny. Mentally ill. It's just real funny. It's real funny. Yeah, and the great thing about black communities, they don't even believe that mental illness exists. No, you just crazy motherfucker. There ain't no medication for y'all. Maybe take some lean. Fuck that shit, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fuck that shit. And fuck Florida. While I'm just talking, fuck Florida. Florida talks about these, you know, we have an opioid epidemic. We have an opioid epidemic. Why don't you start a fucking needle exchange? You know why? Because they want people who are junkies to die. They want them to spread AIDS around. They want them to kill each other. They want them dead because they're poor, they're black, they're Mexican. They're not what white people like, so they want them dead. What a weird coincidence. Alright, I was going to actually talk about something. Now, like I said, I could do this shit all night. I won't stop if you tell me to. I mean, I will, because, you know, alright, yeah, second time doing comedy, first time having sex, feminism, alright. Alright, listen to me, I want to talk about feminism. Despite what you may think, despite some of the jokes that I may tell, I really am a very staunch feminist. I really am, I mean, I really am. I have a mother, I have a gay brother that's as close as I'll get to a sister, but like I have cousins and shit, like, I want them to all succeed, I want them to all do well, and what confuses me is these bitches, the women who say, I'm not feminist. Women saying, I'm not feminist. That's like you. Okay, I'm not singling you out, you're not the only black dude here. You, and any black dude saying, my life doesn't matter. That's what a woman saying she's against feminism is like. My life, I want a man to be in control of my reproductive organs. I don't want the right to vote. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You're not making any fucking sense. Anyway, I'll give it, and guys, for the guys here, trust me, you want to be feminist. If you're a feminist, and you got a girlfriend who's very staunchly, militantly feminist, and trust me, I've been here, fellas, and you go out of your way to show, you think she's a real person, and you want to show what she's worth, and you want people to be like, hey, don't just think of her as a hot chick, and whatever, right? You make it seem meaningful. You want to be a feminist, guys, because if your girlfriend is a feminist, and you're a feminist like that, she will suck your dick all the fucking time. Well, then you're with the wrong feminist, buddy. Especially if you get one with an oral fixation, with daddy problems, and an inferiority complex, and the nicotine slobber gets on your dick, and you start convincing her it's a way to quit smoking. I was going to talk about NA, but I thought that might be too fucked up. Anyway, I'll talk about NA. I don't like NA, alright? I'm a heroin addict. I have been clean from heroin for 2 years. Yeah, clap. Clap, come on. Oh, you're not a disease, degenerate junkie thief. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Thank you. No, but what's funny about NA is I couldn't do NA because they have all these steps. You have to count the days. I couldn't keep up with the program. It was too much pressure. And this is true. This is a true story. Every time I would make friends in NA, they would die in like 2 to 3 weeks. You make friends in NA, they die in 2 to 3 weeks. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I can't go to NA anymore because I'm a sociable person. I make friends with everybody. But then I started thinking about it. It's like after 2 to 3 weeks, I never hear from them again. Maybe I should apply this to women. Because after 2 or 3 weeks, they're probably not going to call me because they'll be dead. I'm allowed to make that fucking joke, alright? You don't have to laugh at it, but I'm allowed to make that because I really am a junkie, and you don't know how many people. I don't have enough hands on my arms to count how many people I've lost to overdose, alright? So you find that joke offensive, go fuck yourself, alright? It's a joke. That's how I cope. I have to cope with shit too, alright? I gotta cope with shit too, even if you don't find it funny. What else did I have? Alright, well, yeah, here's the last thing. I'm probably running out of time, but I just want to tell you guys, I used to work at this, none of this is connected or coherent, but I used to work at this sex theater. This adult sex theater. And, interesting thing about the adult sex theaters around here in Florida, and, Sarasota, Bradenton, especially this road, right down this road, you'll find plenty of them. You might not think that they are what they are, but about 80 or 90% of the people who come in there are gay men. And I would say maybe, there's not a lot of people here, but I'd say maybe 5 to 10% of them are here tonight. And I don't want to say who they are, because they might have their wives with them. Anyway, one time, it's a weird job working at a sex shop. I get people they offer to give me blowjobs for money. Like, that's a very generous thing, isn't it? Hey, I'll give you $500 if you let me suck your dick. It's like, that would be a very enticing offer if you were a man and 73 years old. The only thing that makes that interesting is the fact that you have no teeth. That might feel good. But no, I never took him up on that shit. And the weirdest thing I ever found, I was sweeping up in the back of one of the stores one day, and I found a fucking banana. Can you imagine working in a sex store, a sex theater, and finding a banana with the peel on, covered in lubricant, while you're sweeping? This is not a joke, alright? Everything I've said is true. I totally 13 step and fuck girls till they die. But no, I was sweeping and I found a fucking banana covered in lubricant, and I was just like, geez, my first reaction, to be honest with you, was anger. I thought, there are children starving in Africa. There are people starving. That was honestly my first reaction. People are starving and you're using bananas. It's got the peel on and everything. You're using it for this shit. But you know what was weirder? Yeah, it's horrible. But you want to know what was weirder? Yeah, I'm not deaf. Do you want to know what was? Do you want to know what was weirder than finding the banana covered in lubricant?
Yeah.
You're a little ahead of yourself, but I'll tell you what was weird. It tasted fine. It tasted absolutely fine. People are starving. Alright, people are starving. It still had the fucking peel on. And that's nothing compared to the bloody pineapple that I found on the back of this theater. For fuck's sake, man, listen. You know, just the other, you know, one of the last days I was working, I went to the shop and I went to go pick up a check. And I was with my dad. I was on the way home from a doctor's appointment, and some funny stuff and some joke here and joke there and blah blah blah, ha ha. Anyway, we go to the theater that I work at to go to talk to my boss. I forgot a story. Hold on, let me tell you this real quick before I'm running out of time. One time I was in the shop, I was working, and a guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, somebody in the theater put his hands on me." He started rubbing up on me without my permission, and I was like, "That's not fucking cool, all right?" I have been assaulted before. You name the kind of way I've been assaulted in it, all right? I can tell you my suicide attempt. I can tell you about the guy who tried to cut my head off, and it's all very funny. But instead, I'm just going to tell you about this. Some guy told me someone was trying to touch him in the theater, and he was like, "I don't want that, go away," and the guy wouldn't go away. So I wanted to go into the back of the theater with a hammer, but the hammer was in the warehouse in the back of the theater, and the guy was in the theater. And the only thing that they had, I wish this was a joke, but the only thing that they had, it wasn't in a case, but it was a 20-inch ass-to-ass dildo. You know, and it was like, it's thicker than 2 Coke cans, right? I mean, this thing could do damage whether you wanted it to or not, right? So I'm like, all right, this is the only thing I got, I'll pick it up. If I gotta beat a motherfucker, I'll beat a motherfucker. So I go to the back of the theater, and the guy sees me. I'm like, who is it? Who is it? Show me who it was. And they show me who it was, and I look at him, he locks eyes with me. And the motherfucker comes running at me! He comes running at me, sees me with the dildo and starts coming at me. I slip on a banana peel that somehow got there, and he lands on top of me. And we've been together ever since. Hey, love will find a way. Love finds a way. I'm out of time. I got 1 minute. All right, let me just say something real quick in 1 minute. All right, left and right, I didn't bring this up, but left and right, people thinking that they're leftists or rightists, that they're liberals, conservatives, you're all fucking retarded. All right, let me break it down to you. Pepsi, Coke, blue, red, you think they're different? The left wing and the right wing are both broken wings wrapped around a dying culture vulture that's dreaming that it's an eagle. And you can think all this, oh, we're men, or oh, we're women, and we're on this side and we're on that side. You're not on different sides. The yin-yang is the middle, where we all collide. That line in the middle is not the division, it is where it collides. It's where we come together. It's where the impossible color is born, where the black meets the white, where it meets the color that drives us insane and makes us act crazy, and takes us through a rainbow, and then through a complete whiteness, and then to a black, blacker than black, and a black, even blacker than blackness itself. A black so black that the cops will still shoot for no fucking reason. Thank you.